Hey guys, it's me Sumaiya, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be doing the alphabet makeup challenge. So I got this inspired from James Charles and Nikkie tutorials, and I just really wanted to do it. And the look I'm going to be doing today is also by Nikkie tutorials when she did the challenge. So if you don't really get what I'm about to do, basically I'm going to be reading out the makeup steps that I do, but in alphabetical order, say like baking and then blush and then contour and then concealer and stuff like that. So let's just get right into the video. So the first step is baking, and I'm using the Ben Nye luxury powder. So I'm just taking my powder and I feel like this is going to be really weird on the skin because I usually do this after foundation. And the thing that's going to ruin the whole look is I think the primer, because I'm putting that on the end. And that's just going to mess everything up. So I'm just baking my jaw. And I'm just patting that all over my face, everywhere. So now that I've done the baking, I'm moving on to blush, and I'm using the W7 blush with me. And I'm just using all of these shades. And then I'm putting that onto the apple of my cheeks. This feels really weird on this game because usually I'd be doing foundation and concealer and so on, but now I'm moving on to the concealer and corrector palette, and I'm using Sleek, and then I'm just grabbing a brush and putting that on my under eyes. But firstly I need to wipe off the bake. I forgot to mention, but most of the brushes that I'm using are from Studio London, and I'm just taking a brush and I'm wiping off that powder. This won't really do anything when I put on the foundation, but we'll see. So I'm just taking a brush and dipping that into the concealer and applying that under my eyes. I don't think anything that I do before the foundation isn't going to react or affect anything to the foundation. I feel like it's just gonna go away, so there's really no point in doing this right now. One tip that I would give to some people is to damp your beauty blender with like a water, or you could even use like a setting spray before you blend in like concealer or foundation, because it might make it a bit crusty or like this weird effect once you've done your makeup. So right now I'm going to be using a red colour corrector just to outline the dark areas around my smile lines and my mouth. So I'm using this dark reddish shade and I'm just outlining that. So I'm just blending that out with my beauty blender, and again this is from Studio London as well. So I'm just taking this really dark shade for my contour because I've finished my colour correcting, and now the next makeup step is contouring. So I'm just taking a brush and applying that on the hollows. I'm also going to be applying some on my nose, and I'm also going to do it really hard just so when I apply the foundation it might be able to show through. So I'm just applying that on my nose, and I'm also going to be applying some on my forehead. So once again I've finished my contouring, and I'm again taking my beauty blender and I'm just blending that out. Okay. So I finished my contour, and the next step for letter C is curling my eyelashes. So I'm just using this curler to curl my eyelashes, and then towards the end I'm going to be applying the mascara. So I finished the letter C, and now I'm moving on to the letter E, and that is eyebrows. So I'm going to be filling my eyebrows with this brush. Before I do my eyebrows and actually fill them in, I'm using the Studio London brush just to comb out my brows. So what I've done is I've just brought you guys forward just to see what I'm actually doing. So I'm just combing out my brows upwards. So now I'm just going to start off with my brush and start filling that in, and then I'll do the shape towards the end. So what I want to do is I just kind of want to make a fade. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking my little combing brush and then just kind of combing out the end. And then doing that to the rest. So I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other brow with the brush and then the eyebrows. I would usually do this at the beginning just to not mess anything up, but it's kind of going alright because I don't have my foundation on yet. I kind of like this brow more, but you know, I tried my best to match it up as best as I can. I guess eyebrows is kind of like defining the shape, so I think I could use concealer to define the shape already. So now I'm just going to quickly define the shape of my brows. So now I'm just going to do the exact same thing to the other brow, but just off camera. So as I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to be doing a eye look inspired by Nikkie tutorials, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette for my eyes today. So for my look today, I'm going to be using these three brushes from Studio London, and I'm using the Revolution palette. So for my look today, I'm going to be using this shade, and for the center I'm using this shade. So I'm going to be starting off with this circle fluffy brush. So I'm going to be starting off with this circle fluffy brush, and I'm using the shade purpley. It's like a purpley shade, and I'm just going to be putting that onto the top of my eyes. So I've just zoomed you guys in so you can see better, but I'm just packing that onto the top of my eyelid. So it's like a really nice purpley shade. Right now I'm just packing that on, but towards the end of my eye look I'm going to be blending all of the shades in, because I feel like it makes it more easier to me, but you can just do whatever you want. So I've done that, and now I'm going to be using the dark blue shade right over here, using the same brush, just for a harsher transition. I don't really know how you would explain it, but it gives it more of a smoky kind of look. So I'm just packing that right over here, and then in the center near the edge is going to be the kind of holographic highlight shade. And again, I'm just going to pack that on, and near the end I'm going to blend that in. I chose this palette to use because it's really pigmented, and see, I just added a couple of, I just stamped it a bit in my eyeshadow palette, and a lot of the pigment came off. Also kind of applying like a really light layer across my eyelid of the dark blue colour, just like the excess of it, because I feel like it will make it look like way better. Now I'm going to be using this like flat brush, and I'm going to be dipping that into the highlighty holographic shade, and I'm placing that into the centre of my eyelid. So I'm just going to pack that on. And then in the end, I'm gonna use the fluffy brush just to blend that out into the blue to make a nice transition. I really like this shade because you can use it for any eye look and it will really match well. All you need to do is just blend it. So now I'm just going to go back into the fluffy brush, but I just cleaned it so I can blend that out. So I'm just blending out all the areas that are like quite harsh when they collide together. So like around here, and then over here, and then also the smoky bit. So for the last and final step for the eye, I'm taking my concealer and I'm just going to outline the shape of the smoky eye because I don't want it going everywhere. So I'm just starting over here and bring that up. So I'll just show you a quick close-up of this eye. So I finished the eyeshadow and now I'm doing the foundation finally, and I'm using the Sleek foundation and I'm also using the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. So I'm taking some of that on my brush and I'm just applying that all over my face.
How much was it? We were online.
So I'm just grabbing a damp beauty blender and I'm going to start to pat that into my skin. So I'm just packing that into my skin, all of my face, and again, like I think I said it in my last video, where I have to go from the in and I go outwards because I found it more easier. Unfortunately, my contour isn't showing up, which is really annoying because I did put a lot so that it could show up, but so now it's time to use some highlights. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting palette and I'm using the shade Forever Lit, and I'm just putting that onto. So I'm using the brush from Studio London. So I've applied the highlight on my cheekbones and my cupid's bow and my nose, and now I'm using the Shine Look lip liner to outline my lips. This is a purpley type of lip liner because I'm going to be putting on a kind of nude lip. So I've lined my lips and now I'm using the number 7 lipstick in the shade Mulberry, and it's kind of like a nudish type of colour. The last step, which is going to ruin all of this, is primer. I'm just squeezing some onto my finger and I'm so scared for this part because I don't want to ruin this. And just putting some all over my face. So now I'm just blending that in. I'm trying to not ruin anything, but just okay, I think it's all blended in and kind of not ruined, I guess. And this is my look complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was kind of a fail, but kind of not, but I don't know, you can say in the comments. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you're alerted whenever I post. Leave a comment down below of what you want me to do in my next video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!